Yo, I'm Sickfishsticks and thanks for stopping by. In this video, we'll be going over what games are free to keep or play this week, so buckle in, it's going to be a juicy one. First up, we have the Pulse of Evil, where you find yourself on a mission exploring the depth of an ominous forgotten mine. You arrive barehanded but quickly find the tools needed to start your exploration and see how deep you can go. In this top-down horror survivor game, your aim is to destroy the infected and living parts of the mine and face the final threat to complete this bad boy. Pretty fun little game that takes around 30 minutes to complete depending on your brain to eye to hand coordination. The combat is responsive and satisfying, the free-form inventory system is neat, and while the sound design is a little monotonous, like the sound of my wife's voice, it does do a good job of creating the right mood. It's definitely worth a try, and it's currently sitting in with very positive reviews on Steam with a total of 99 reviews. Next up, we have The Whisperer, where you'll investigate an abandoned trading post, explore its surroundings, and solve the terrible mystery that it holds. The Whisperer is a short story-driven point-and-click game set in Lower Canada, whatever the hell that means, and I think it's just around the 19th century. Keep in mind that The Whisperer is not a full game. This is a standalone prologue for the upcoming game The Whispering Valley. So this game will most likely leave you with a few unanswered questions which hopefully should get answered in the full game. You can claim The Whisperer until July 17th over on GOG. Remember, links to all of the games mentioned in this video are in the description to make your lives a little bit easier. If you want to stay up to date with free games, then do yourself and me a nice favor and subscribe. Something strange happened over on the Epic Store today. When I sat my juicy booty down to write the script, there were two games that were free to play this week: Murder by Numbers and Elder Scrolls Online. But then someone at Epic pulled the plug on Elder Scrolls Online and removed it from the free to grab games without communicating anything about it. That's pretty strange. So unfortunately, we're left with Murder by Numbers, replacing Train Valley 2 next week. This is really not for me. I guess you can call it a pick-cross, puzzle, investigation combination of some sort. These types of games stress me the F out, and to be honest, I have work to do that, so it's a skip for me. Next up, we have Born to Rise, a funky 2.5D action-adventure platformer set within a mesmerizing underworld. It's a decent little game, and considering it's free, it's a double win. A short little experience with a fairly solid foundation. I have to admit that the aiming mechanics are a bit janky, but so was my first girlfriend, Beertrude. Anyway, a fun action-adventure game by a group of students, and currently sitting in with positive reviews. Next up, we have It's Just a Story, a free-to-play, post-apocalyptic and survival horror-based game, enriched with a dark atmospheric environment and a scary vibe. If I'm not mistaken, you play as a doctor who wakes up having lost both his family and memory, and off you go finding a cure and a solution. In fairness, it is really giving me a deja vu from when I was a kid hanging out in and around my neighborhood. 10 out of 10. If you're into zombies, horror, or action-adventure game, then give this bad boy a go. Next up, we have Try Again. You play as Benny, a test character trapped in an unfinished game by a figure called the Designer. It seems like she's up against a deadline for her publisher, which means it's your last day as a test character to navigate the facility and survive. It's kind of a fun and novel take on a platformer adventure game with a fairly rich story. It's not that long, but should be okay to complete in around an hour or so. I just wanted to give you a quick heads up. Alienware are giving away around 3,500 keys to Relic Hunters Legends Closed Beta, if you want to give it a go. There are just about 3,500 keys left as of writing this, but you should be able to get your hands on one. Relic Hunters Legend is an online looter-shooter action RPG featuring fast-paced gameplay, powerful equipment and weapons, and a fun pack of rowdy rebels with different skills and abilities which you can fine-tune to match your playstyle. It pretty much has everything an looter-shooter action RPG should have. And that's pretty much all I had for you in this one. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch my video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe if you haven't, like why not? Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.